So first I'm just going in with my Inglot primer. This just creates a nice base. Then I'm going in with my concealer, and this is just again creating a base for the eyeshadows and getting rid of any of the veins. And on top of that I'm going in with my MAC paint pot just to create a thicker base. Now I'm going in with my transition colour, which is Orange Soda by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just popping that into the crease and blending it out. Next I'm putting a colour on her eyelid. This is just a shimmery plum type of colour, and I'm only popping this on her eyelid just from the middle and down because she already has quite big eyes. And then I'm just going to be blending that out so that there is no harsh lines between the transition colour and the eyelid colour. Now I'm just going in with a wipe just to wipe up the excess shadow that has fallen onto her face, and this is why I always do eyeshadow first before I do foundation, because of the fallout. Next I'm going in and shaping up her brows. This is just Anastasia Brow Wiz in the colour Taupe. She already has quite light sparse brows, so I'm only going in just gently and creating a slight colour. Okay, next I'm just going to be setting her brows with my Nude Sticks Dark Blonde Brow Gel and just keeping it in place all night. And then I'm going to be shaping up the brows underneath just with a concealer and just making it quite sharp under the eyes there. Now I'm just going to be doing a smoked out eye. I do not want to do a harsh eyeliner line, so I'm just getting a dark eyeshadow onto one of my flat brushes, and I was just creating a smoked out eyeliner. Next I'm going in with a color corrector. This is my color correcting concealer wheel by Cryolin. This is a pinkish color. I know you can't see on the camera, but you can see that it's already taken away her dark bags. And then I'll be going in with my grayish color just to counteract the redness on her face. Next I'm going in and putting foundation on. I've already put her lashes on. It was quite tricky with her eyes, so I did skip out this bit. So I'm putting in 2 different shades, as she is going to be putting fake tan on later that day. So I did make it slightly darker than the rest of her body. And I will just be buffing that out with a damp brush. Okay, now I'm going to be concealing and brightening up underneath the eyes. This is just with my Urban Decay concealer, and I'm just putting it in triangles underneath the eyes, on the chin, down the bridge of the nose, and on her forehead. And then I'm just going to be getting a damp beauty blender and blending that out. I dampen it because it leaves a nice dewy finish, and a dewy moisturized look always looks a lot better on more mature skin. Okay, now I'm just going to be setting that concealer underneath her eyes with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I am not putting on as much as I usually do, but I am keeping a little bit of excess on there just so it can soak up as much as possible. Now I'm going to warm up her face. I'm not really contouring her face here as she already has quite prominent cheekbones, so I'm mainly just warming up her face and giving it a little bit extra shape. Next I'm going in with our transition shade, which was Orange Soda by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and just popping that underneath her eyes. And now I'm just wiping off that excess translucent powder and going back in with a darker shade of orange, which is Burnt Orange by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm really just smoking that out underneath her eye. Now I'm going in with a highlighter. This is my Becca highlighter in Opal, and I'm just popping that on her cheekbones and on her brow bones underneath her eyebrow. Now I'm going in to line up the lips just with a nude colour. I'm not too sure what colour this is. I will leave all the products down below, but I'm just lining out her lips there, and then I'll be going in with a lipstick, which again I'm not too sure of the name. I'll leave it down below, and just popping that all over her lips, and using a little bit of a darker shade just around the outer edges just to make her lips look a bit more fuller. Now I'm just going in and contouring out her nose a tiny bit. She did already have quite a slim nose, but I just wanted to give it a little bit extra shape. Now I'm just doing her mascara. I did get a little bit on her nose, so while that dries, I did go in and put that darker shade shadow on her eyes just to go over the gloss of the eyelash gel. And then once the mascara had dried on her nose, I did go back and wipe it off. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. And if you want to see anything else, just leave a comment down below.